right. Oh, you know what? Hey, y'all. I want to go live really quickly. Hi, whoever is on. And I want to talk really quickly about gender roles. But I'm just tagging a few people. So then we'll get started really quickly. So if y'all on, say hello. It has been a couple of weeks since I've been able to get on here and do the life of a wife. So if you're on, say hi, give me some hearts, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started talking about gender roles, okay? Which is very, wrong button. Very important in a marriage. Like, who does what? Okay, who washes the clothes? Who cooks the food? All right, if you're married, you can say you're married. If you're single, you can say you're single. If you're engaged, of course, you can say you're engaged. And like I said, I'm so sorry that I have not been on here. The kids got sick. They had ear infections, like I told y'all, and I thought I was in the clear. And as soon as I thought I was in the clear, and I'm up here talking about, oh, I'm thankful I'm able to take care of my kids, all this other stuff, within the next couple of hours, I got sick. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. And I was so sick, and I was still trying to take care of them and be the mom and, you know, take care of the house and do all of the wonderful stuff that we as women do for our husbands and our children. And I'm steady trying to push through. And my husband's like, listen, you cannot do it. You don't need to go out the house. You don't need to go to practice. You don't even need to go to church. So I missed the Sunday at church. The whole house stayed home. And I was sick. So I'm so grateful that I'm able to come back and do the life of a wife with you guys. Like I said, once you get on, I can't see who's on. So feel free to send me a heart, do a comment. Like I said, say if you're single, engaged, or married in the comments, and we're gonna go ahead and start. So let's talk about gender roles, all right? Because this is really big. Like, who cooks? Who cleans? Who pays the bills? Do y'all go half on the bills? Like, you know, does your wife go to work and you stay home with the kids? Does your husband go to work and you stay home with the kids? Do you guys split the bills 50-50? So let's talk, ladies. Let's talk. Hi, Miss Tiffany. So let's talk. You know, do you pay all the bills? You know, do y'all go 50-50? When you do get married, are you looking for somebody to pay all the bills? Do you want to, you know, pay the utility bills and he pay the rent? Like, or, you know, how are y'all doing this? Because this is important, okay? All right, so let's talk about it. So I know people who go 50-50 on all of the bills. You know, they both have chores. I don't even want to say chores. That sounds weird. They both clean up. They both cook. You know, they take turns on cooking meals, you know, and then they have days where they go out to eat. And it's literally like a schedule, right? So it's like, you cook, I cook. We're going to go out to eat on these days because we're both working. And that works for some people, right? Because the gender role is, we're both going to clean. We're both going to wash clothes. We're both going to clean the bathroom and the kitchen and take care of the kids and all this other stuff. And then there's other relationships whereas it's like, no, you know what? You go to work. I'm going to stay home and I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean. I'm going to do everything that has to do with the housework, and you go to work, but you pay all the bills. So like, y'all let me know, like, how are y'all feeling about that? Do you believe in the 50-50? Do you believe in the 60-40? Do you believe in the 80-10? Like, what do you guys do in your households? Like, how are y'all working it out? And I'm going to tell y'all how we started out and how it has shifted. Right? And either way it goes, it's still good for your household. So, you know, in the house, like, you know, I know men that don't clean at all. That, you know, they expect their women to clean. They expect their women to do everything. And hi, Bonnie, that's my baby. Hey, Bon Bon. All right, so let's talk about it. Hey, best friend. Let's talk, ladies. Like, let's talk. Tiff, do you, like, how are y'all doing this? How do you want to do it, Tiffany Day? Like, is it 50-50? Is it 60-40? Like, what is the expectation of the gender role? So let me tell you this. Right. Hey, Greg, like, what is it? So, Greg, when you get a wife, do you want it to be 50-50? Do you want to pay all the bills and you want her to stay home? Like, what is it? Because I'm going to tell y'all my piece. Y'all don't want to know my piece. But I'm going to tell y'all, but I need to have enough people that are responding and saying what it is. Like, don't be ashamed. Like, because when it was a point in time where we was doing 50-50. Well, I was trying to do 50-50. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys expect? Do your men clean up? Listen, so do y'all, are you going to be washing and cleaning? Okay, but here's the other thing. This is why I wanted to talk about gender roles, okay? Because I was the one taking the kids to the doctor. Like, I really don't see that many men taking their kids to the doctor. I don't really see that many men, like, really taking care of sick children. Like, it's mainly the women, but I may be wrong. But let's talk about gender roles. It's mainly the women that's getting up in the middle of the night, giving medicine, giving asthma treatments, giving, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're normally the ones that are around the clock, taking care of the kids, and then not only taking care of the kids, because if he gets sick, we're going to take care of him too. So, is it really 50-50? I feel like every once in a while, it'd be nice for the husband to keep up and cook sometime. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now. Listen, because DJ, he ain't I'm a better cook than him. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell him that. But I'm a better cook than him, so I have more ideas to cook. So he doesn't necessarily have to cook unless I'm in the mood for, like, fish, or I'm in the mood for fried chicken or something like that. Something that he specializes in, but not on an everyday basis. Am I going to sit up here and ask him to cook fried chicken or fried fish? I don't want catfish every week. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that his variety, but I'm just saying we as women, we have a variety of dinner plans and things like that. But like I said, to me, yes, he can make fish, but I don't want fish every week. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he won me over, he fried me some chicken. You know what I'm saying? I went over his house. He was like, "Listen, I'm a fry you. I'm a cook for you." And he fried some bomb chicken, and it was so good. And that's how he won me over. No lie, no, I'm just, but no, he can really fry chicken. But on the gender roles, like, are men, or is it mainly the women that are taking care of the kids? Is it mainly us, catering to their needs? Like, are the men even expected? Absolutely. Listen, we make the house go round. You know what I'm saying? We make sure that the house functions, and they can't. But so I noticed this, and no shade to anybody, but it's like we are the ones that are taking care of the kids. Like, is that what you worked out? But it's kind of like the unspokenness of it. Like, my husband, if the kids get sick, my husband is not going to hop out the bed like, "Oh, I'm going to take the kids to the doctor." Like, it's not going to work like that. It's mainly me, like, okay, let me get up and take the kids to the doctor. Let me go get their medicine. I'm the one that's watching them around the clock. I want a man that provides and gives me the option to work. I will take care of the house. Listen, I love it. And that's basically what I have, is like, I can go to work if I choose to, if I'm in the right mindset to really want to work. Because like I said, like I told you guys on the Life of a Wife, when my mom passed away, I made a choice to, like, I wasn't really, like, mentally able to handle everything all at one time. So I resigned from my job, and my husband was able to pick up the slack. So since he is picking up the slack, because like I said, I was not able to fully function on a full-time job. Hi, Mama Jones. I wasn't able to function on a full-time job and take care of the house full-time and do ministry full-time and work at the church full-time. It just was not, I could not do it. So I did have the option to do that. But since he gave me that option to resign from my job, it's the unspokenness of the wife or the mom having to take care of the sick kids. It's like, do we not talk about this stuff? Like, does it need to be something that is agreed, or is it just something that, we as women, as nurturers say, you know what, I'm going to take care of the sick kids. I'm going to cook. I'm going to take care of the stuff around the house, and you just go to work. Or is it the other way around where the wife goes to work and she's the breadwinner and the man is expected to take care of the kids and he's expected to cook and clean and do all of that stuff? Because let me tell you this. What are your thoughts? Could you go to work and allow your husband to stay home and take care of the kids and and cook and clean while you went to work every day? Or would that make you feel like you in charge and he's not in charge? Like, would that make your gender role switch because the woman is going to work and the man is staying home? What is your thoughts? The husband provides and the wife takes care of the house, but the husband has no clue what to do when the kids are sick. Right, because it's tedious. Like I said, I have 5 kids sick at the same time, but we ain't gonna talk about that because I was over here like, where my friends at? I'm going crazy. Okay, and then I got sick. But I can honestly say when I got sick, my husband did stay home and take care of me. Like, he literally said, you know what? You're sick. You can't, I'm no good. Excuse me. The house can't function if I'm sick. So he was like, let me get you better. You're not going live. You're not teaching. You're not going to church. You're going to sit here and you're going to get better. And once he made me sit down and rest, I was able to get better. But, if I'm down, the house, I have all of the kids' schedules and things like that. So like, can a man do all of that? Can a man take them to football practice, dance practice, ballet, gymnastics? Listen, I'm telling you, I got sick here, take care of me. But do men keep up with that kind of stuff? Or is it just, let me function on paying the bills, let me function on going to work, and I'm going to come home and bring you the money and you pay the bills. I don't think a man can really sit at home from what I have found. It's just in turn to go out to work. Now, but if in the event you were the only one working, right. But what happens, Tiffany, if you are the only one working and he's not working right now? Would you belittle him or make him feel like he's no longer in charge or he's not the head of the house because he is not working and the gender roles have switched? You're the breadwinner and he is the caretaker. Not to say caretaker like it's bad. It's hard to run a house. But you're everything all in one. But would you be able to still function properly in that role? Man is the head of the house. You work things together after 49 years. Listen, that's awesome. I'm trying to be like you. 49 years of marriage. I'm only at 12. Our anniversary is in 2 weeks. So listen, okay. So then tell me this. What happens if you're married and your husband is injured or he is unable to work now and now you have to go out and work? Now, at first you were the one that stayed home and took care of the kids and he went to work, but now he can't go to work and now you have to go to work and he has to stay home. Like, would you be able to handle that? Would you be able to still function like, you know what, he was the one that went out and went to work at first and now I have to go out and go to work and I still have the pride and I'm still going to respect him as the man of the house? Well, when the pandemic hit, I was the breadwinner and he was still the man. Thank you. So like I said, I'm going to talk about my situation and how things flopped. Okay, because it was a season in our marriage many years ago where I was the one that worked and DJ was the one that took care of the kids. He took them to school, picked them up from school, dropped me off at work, picked me up from work. And we did that for a few months and I was the one paying all of the bills when we first got married. Sanaya probably was about 1 year old. And I was the one working and he stayed home. Right? So it's like, do you belittle them at that point because they're not working and you're the one working? Or is it okay to swap gender roles like that? So, in my book, and I only been married for 12 years and this is just, the Thomas family marriage role book. But in my book, I feel like it can go either way. I do enjoy staying home and taking care of the kids. I feel like it's rules to this that are unspoken as far as he couldn't work because the world shut down because his type of job. Yes, right, and that's okay. That's okay. So don't allow the world or don't allow society to make you feel like, as a woman, that you have to fit into this box. Like, you have to stay home and take care of the kids, or he has to go to work, or, you know, like, these are the things that you have to cook and clean and do all of this stuff for the kids while he goes to work, or, you know, he doesn't have to help. And you know what I'm saying? Don't allow society to make you feel like this is a checklist on the things that you need to do, and this is a checklist on the thing that he has to do. But as a married couple, you guys work together and figure it out for yourselves, because society will tell you you have to feed your husband first. Somebody else will tell you you feed your children first. You know, you feed them both at the same time, like, you know, and then you try to find out what's your balance. Like, do I feed him first, or do I feed the kids first? Like, whatever works out in your household, that's what works out in your household. Some people say, my mama fed my daddy first. All our life, my mama made my daddy's plate, and I took it down the hall to him, and he ate his dinner, and then we sat down and ate. But that worked in my household when I was growing up. But don't allow society to make you feel like your marriage has to go like this and like this. Marriage is not a cookie cutter type situation. You have to figure out what works for you and your family, your wife, your husband, and your children. And then from that, you guys figure out your own gender roles on who works, who stays home, who does the cooking and cleaning, who take care of the kids. Yes, but I'm just saying, who gonna get that plate first, okay? Because over here, I'm gonna make his plate, and I'm gonna send Sanaya, which is the oldest daughter, up those stairs. I'm sorry, I had a call coming in. Up those stairs to feed her dad, and that's what works here. No one in my house has a problem with DJ eating first. It was never ever an issue on who eats first in my house. So, but society would make you feel like, oh, feed him first. If you don't feed your kids first, if you know, feed your kids first, like, who, it doesn't really matter. It's not a cookie cutter. My husband is retired to care for his dad. Yeah, submission is big. When you got married, two became one. Never allow yourself to make your husband feel less than a man. Listen, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you do? Whatever you do in your home is what you do in your home. If it comes to who's cooking, who's cleaning, who's eating first, who cleaning the kitchen. If I cook, you clean the kitchen. I cook and clean the kitchen. If I cook, the kids clean in the kitchen. Like, it's not even a big deal. Y'all work it out for y'all and make your marriage work. This is the reason why I am, listen, yes, First Lady. Hey, that's my mom-in-law, y'all. Yes, some people cook and say everybody get up and go make their own plate, free for all, buffet style. You know, it's up to you. Like, I will not give my husband a paper plate. The kids can eat on a paper plate because I'm throwing all their plates away. But DJ is not eating on a paper plate. He's going to get a real plate. That's just me in my household. That's how I want to do it. But if someone else says, I'm feeding everybody on a paper plate, including my husband, hey, that's you. There's nothing wrong with that. Marriage is not cookie cutter. I am encouraging everybody that's on this live, that's married, that's looking for marriage, that's engaged, make it work for you. Try something. If it doesn't work out, try something else. Like, it doesn't have to be an issue. Don't allow little things like gender roles and, you know, the kids eating first, or the man eating on a paper plate, or just all kind of craziness that I see on Facebook. You know, don't allow that to dictate. Listen, my house too, forks come up missing up in here. Like, forks. I'm constantly, don't even get me started, best friend. Don't even get me started on the silverware that walk out the house. So, again, don't allow society to dictate your marriage. You guys pray together. You guys come up with your own plan, your own agenda. My husband cooks, cleans, washes, whatever he needs to do. We eat on paper plate because I don't wash dishes. Listen, and that works. That works. The kids is eating on paper plates. I eat on paper plates. I eat on paper plate. DJ not eating on a paper plate. His plate too heavy to put it on a paper plate. I'm not giving him a paper plate that's gonna fall apart. That's me. You know, but If that's the way your household is, I don't work though. So I'm gonna wash the dishes. I have teenagers here wash dishes. It's different. I'm not down there scrubbing any dishes or anything. The only thing that mainly needs to get washed out of my house is the pots and the pans. You know what I'm saying? And the silverware that come up missing all the time. Hey, Dave. Yes. Hey, Andrea. Listen, so again, how you treat and respect your husband means a lot to your children who are watching and listening. Yes, how I treat my husband, my daughters are going to treat their husband the way that they see me treat my husband. I treat my husband the way that I see my mama treat my daddy. And that's just what it is. The things that I've done, that I do for my husband is what I see my mom do. But I don't work. My mom worked for 40 years at the same place. She went to work every day and came home and did all of that. But again, my dad cooked and cleaned too. So it just depends. So all of those things, the way that I cater to my husband is like I see my mama cater to my daddy. But I don't work. So you see how that changed up? You know what I'm saying? My husband seen my mother-in-law and my father-in-law and how they raised and how they treated each other. And my father-in-law cooked. That don't mean necessarily my husband finna be down there cooking greens and neck bones and stuff. Because my father-in-law know how to cook all of that. DJ's not cooking that stuff. But we take bits and pieces from what we've learned and from seeing our parents, and we make our own menu. We make our own ingredients to our marriage and our household. So don't allow society to tell you what's right and what's wrong. You guys figure it out for yourself and work it out for yourself. But respect is important. You know, communication is important. And that's not what this one is about. This one is about gender roles. But, you know, communicating and letting each other know what's expected from one another in the marriage. And sometimes the expectation changes. Sometimes in gender roles, sometimes it changes. And it's a switch up. And that's okay. You guys just reroute. But don't throw the towel in because, oh, I'm washing the dishes all by myself. He ain't cooking. She working. Excuse me. She working. It ain't 50-50. We split the bills 50-50. We split in the rent 50-50. The utilities, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Like, work it out. Whatever it is that you guys do in your household, when it comes to the bills, when it comes to the roles in the house, who's cooking and cleaning, all of that stuff, you guys figure that out for yourself in your own house. And don't allow people from the outside, you know, this ain't no disrespect to my mom or my dad or my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, because they don't get in our business. But don't allow, because it probably is somebody who allows their parents to be in their marriage, but don't allow your parents or your siblings to dictate how your marriage is supposed to work or how you guys are supposed to run your household. You don't allow other people, family and friends, to dictate what goes on in your household, because your gender roles are yours and yours alone. Your marriages and yours alone, and no one else's. Okay, so this was a good conversation. I just thought this is something that I would bring up today because, like I said, when I was sick, I was up here taking care of these kids by myself, and I'm like, where he at? You know, like, he over there. You know, he did wake up one day, but I'm like, you know, I'm over here giving medicine. He don't even know what kind of medicine they on, and it's all me. But that's okay because I didn't have to go tell him to, like, listen, come on over here. Like, it's unspoken. Like, I'm going to, if the kids are sick, I'm going to take care of them. But it's also, you know, worked out where I don't have to ask him about no bills because I'm not going 50-50 on no bills. You know, I'm going to get my hair done and my nails done, get the girls' hair done. And that's pretty much it of what I'm going to spend money on. You know, and this is what we do. But I'll make sure that his clothes is clean for work and that, you know, the house is clean and making sure that he has food. And if he tells me he's hungry, I'm gonna get down there and cook him something to eat. Like, that's just what it is. It's the unspokenness of your marriage and your roles. But figure it out for you, and don't allow other people's opinion in your marriage, your family, your friends to dictate what goes on in your relationship. Like, my friends will tell you, my friends that are married, I don't get in their relationship. I really don't even like to tell them my opinion unless they really, really ask or I'm really irritated and I have to tell them my opinion. But other than that, they're going to figure it out. Everybody's going to figure it out. So don't walk away because y'all having an issue or because you guys don't agree. If you guys don't agree today, guess what? Life will change. Situations will change. You're going to grow up. And maybe one day y'all will agree on that situation. But figure it out for yourself. Hi. Hi, Lady Gaines. Thank you. So, but figure it out for yourself. Learn to compromise. Absolutely. You have to learn how to compromise. You have to learn how to work together. You know, like, boom. I mean, it's really simple. Don't allow society, yes, to dictate your marriage and what's expected of a woman and what's expected of a man. Like, listen, me and him know what's expected of each other. Now, what I ain't gonna do is take the trash out. Now, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking out no trash. No, seriously though. But he knows that. Some women take the trash out. That's them. And it's okay, but I'm not up in here finna take out no trash, you know? And everybody figures out what they're gonna do and what they're not gonna do. So y'all have to figure it out. I'm sorry, y'all got emails coming. Keep it, like, figure it out for yourself, okay? So that's all I wanted to say. If y'all have any questions, feel free to drop them in the feed. If y'all have any comments, feel free to drop them in the feed and we can discuss them. Otherwise, inbox me. I'm going to try to come every Saturday. I did try to make it at 6 o'clock, but my man said he was hungry and I was still cooking at 6 o'clock, so it didn't work out. So 7:30 it was. But I'm so happy that you guys joined me. Sometimes I have to when he goes out of town. You better cook. If you don't cook, you gonna starve. Okay? Because he got you spoiled. He cooked for you all the time. You spoiled, First Lady. Because he be over there cooking, okay? But I will definitely try to go live with the Life of a Wife every Saturday at 6. If not 6, 7:30. But I'm trying to be more consistent with it because it is something that needs to be said. Because like I said, society will make y'all feel like, you know, you have to live this type of way or live that type of way. But just like figure it out for yourself. Yes, I'm trying to drop the little stuff that I have learned in the last 12 years, which is not a lot compared to other people, but we have learned a lot. And marriage is on the job training. So even though I'm sitting up here telling y'all all of this, when you get married, you're going to figure it out for yourself. But I'm just here to encourage you, to let you know that you're not the only person that has experienced this. You're not the only person that's trying to figure out if y'all going 50-50 on the bills, if he washing clothes on Monday and Tuesday and you wash your clothes on Wednesday and Thursday. Like, figure it out. So in marriage, this is all needed. These are all things that happen. These are some of the things that we discuss and other things that we don't discuss, but we make it work. Okay? Yes. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to put it in the feed. If not, I will come back next Saturday. And I had my notebook with some of the things that we were going to discuss, like dating. One of the things that somebody inboxed me was like how to, you know, how to be married, modest, and sexy all at the same time. Like, we're going to talk about that. Like, you know, are you too, you know, just like you do not. No. Okay? So I have a list of things that we're going to talk about. You know, dating, modesty, you know, like, how do you dress as a married woman? How do you dress as a married, saved woman? You know, like, those things are important. Did you let yourself go? You know, do you have time to take care of yourself? Like, are you balancing as a wife? Are you balancing ministry, motherhood, marriage, and business? How do you do all of it at once? So we're going to talk, okay? We are going to talk. I'm going to try to be more consistent, like I said. But other than that, that's all I have for y'all today. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. And that is it. If y'all have any questions, y'all got 1 minute to drop it in the comments. If not, I am going to end the live. Hi, Miss Desiree. If not, I'm going to end the live. Yes. Now I do have a membership. I have a membership at Massage Envy that has about 20 free massages because I don't go, but I do pay every month to go to Massage Envy and get, myself taken care of. But, that's bad on my part that I'm just letting them add up because I haven't been since my birthday, and that was in December. Like, we need to talk about that. Are you taking care of yourself? As a woman, how is your mental as a wife? Are you so exhausted that you don't have time for nothing else? You don't have time to even think. You don't have time to like eat your popcorn and relax and have a mental day. So you blowing up on your husband and you blowing up on your children. We gonna talk, okay? Sometimes you can only allow people in the front door with advice, not in the house or the backyard. Listen, no. No. Because I'm telling you, I'm getting advice from a few of the women at the church. You know what I'm saying? My mom passed away, so I take advice from my mother-in-law and Mama Visha. And listen, they are very wise women, and Minister Dale, because you need somebody in your head to tell you, you know what, you're being really nasty. You're not exhibiting the characteristics of a Proverbs 31 woman. You're not exhibiting a woman that is respectable and ready to build up her house. You're acting like a woman that's tearing down the house with her own hands. You need a self-check. You need some women, some midwives in your life that's going to get you together, because I have people that will cut me deep. Okay? And everybody needs that. Somebody needs accountability, because a lot of people have people in their life that just pat them on the back and tell them they're right, and they're not always right all the time. Okay? So you need that accountability in your life, because somebody gonna tell you, oh girl, you right, leave him. Oh, he shouldn't have did that. Oh, he said that to you. Oh, go check him. Oh, if he said that, I would have said this and I would have did this. Like, we don't always need that. We need somebody to say, well, when he did that, what was your response? What did you do? You cut me deep all the time. We need that tough love as wives. We need that tough love, because our mouths, we will tear our husband down with our own mouth. And I had to pray to God, and I asked God to watch my mouth and make me shut my mouth, because you will destroy your own marriage. And then you'll have a friend on the side of you telling you it's okay to destroy your own marriage, telling you it's okay for you to cut up like that. It's okay for you to do this and act crazy, but it's not okay. It's not. So listen, listen, I'm telling you, because it ain't about what they did and about what they said. All you can do is worry about what you do as a woman and as a wife. How did you respond? What did you say? You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, that is the key. It's like, Lord, change my response. Change my response when something is said to catch me off guard. Like, Lord, change my response. And we need that. We need wise women and wise wives and wise mothers to pour into us, so we can be held accountable, so that we can continue to remain married and we ain't in divorce court. Because the majority of the divorces are in the church. But y'all don't like this type of teaching, because nobody's teaching us how to stay married. Like, you could teach me how to shout and how to dance and how to read my Bible and how to exalt, but I need to know how to love my husband when I go home. I need to know how to be submissive to my husband when I go home. I need to learn how to shut my mouth when I get home. And if we were able to teach the women that in the church, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be all of them divorces, because we think we the head and we're not the head. Like, your husband is in charge. You're here to help him. But it's okay with him being in charge. And somebody told us along the way that it was not okay with our husbands being in charge of the household. It was not okay for him to be the head. And I don't know who said that, but they are wrong. And they are out of order. And you need people in your life to tell you that you need to submit to your husband. But y'all don't like this type of teaching. Okay? So that's what it's about. So we need women, the older women, to pour into the younger women, so they can teach us how to be wives. So they can teach us how to be good mothers, not just a mother, how to be a good mom to our children, and how to raise up our daughters to be respectable young ladies, and how to raise up our sons to be respectable young men. So it is very, very important for women to have wise women in their lives to hold them accountable. Because I thank God for my tribe, my mother-in-law, Mama Visha, and Delshana Moore. They will get you to. Okay. Okay. So we need that. All right. So yes. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about all that, because my prayer is that all of our marriages survive, and that, you know, that there are more marriages in the church. You know, that God completes a lot of more people, so it's not so many single women and men, but that God will, you know, complete the covenant. You know, because that what He loved. God loves family. You know, and a lot of people don't. You know, they don't want families. Like, it is so much power when it's a husband and a wife and there's children, and it's in the right order, because the husband is submissive. Because the husband is submissive to God, and the wife is submissive to her husband, and the children are submissive to everybody. Listen, it's a whole nother different type of atmosphere. Girl, yes, I'm trying to do what the Lord said. Pray for me, friend. Pray for me. Okay, because I be nervous. So, but family matters, marriage matters, wives matter, okay? And your feelings matter, and you know, being the wife that God has called you to be, not the wife that society has told you to become, not you trying to be like some, you know, another wife that you've seen. Like, my mama was a great wife, but I can't be the wife that my mom was. I have to be the wife that God calls Sarah to be. I have to be the mother that God calls Sarah to be. And I need to be okay with that. Right? I have to be okay with not being like this. I need to be okay with not being in a cookie cutter type of situation, trying to be like the next woman, or trying to be like the next marriage, but your marriage is fine. Like, you are a bomb wife. Like, you're going to learn it along the way, but follow God. That's it. Like, follow God. God will correct you. The village is ready and willing to serve each other, learn. Yes, it is time. Yes, it is time, because I'm so tired of people getting divorced. Like, I'm so, hi, Lanice. Yes, Darnisha, you know, because a lot of people walk away from marriage. And if DJ and I had it our way, we would have walked away a long time ago. But God said no, because it's not about us. Right? And it's about both of you guys decreasing, and both of you guys learning that it's not about you. It's not always about what Sarah wants. It's not always about what DJ wants, but it's about what's best for you both. You know, like, DJ used to tell me all the time, I got feelings too. And I'm like, huh? Like, yes, men have feelings too. It ain't always about us. Yes. So, you know, figure it out. Like, be you. Create your own rule book in your house. Create your own marriage rule book. Like, what works and what doesn't work. And be the best wife you can be. Yes, agree to disagree. And that's okay. You don't have to agree on everything. My bishop said today, you agree to disagree. And that's okay. And maybe one day you will agree. But if not, don't allow that disagreement to break y'all up, and to be like not talking to each other, and to walk around the house mad. Like, it's okay. Y'all favorite color, do y'all got the same favorite color? My favorite color, pink. Does that mean that his favorite color gotta be pink? No, and we're still married even though our favorite color is not pink. DJ don't like pink. But we agree to disagree, and that's okay. That is okay. Right? So, be you, girl. Be the best wife you can be. Figure out what works, what works for you, and what doesn't work for you. My husband don't like makeup. Do that mean I'm not gonna wear makeup? Nah, I'm gonna wear my makeup. I'm gonna wear my makeup, okay? No, we're not gonna see things the same. And first of all, they're men and we're women. Our hormones are different. Our emotions are different. Everything is different. Sanaya, if you don't turn off all these lights up in this house, every area you walked in, you turn a light on.
Sorry.
So everything is different. So it's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree. And then if you guys can't figure it out today, go away, let everything cool down, and come back and talk about it. Because if everything is calm, then you guys have a more understanding of what's going on. You guys can really listen to each other instead of just talking and know that you really ain't listening, and you listening, but you're not understanding what your husband is saying because you got an attitude. Your guard is up. Your wall is up. So now everything that he's saying, you ain't receiving it anyways. So there's no point in you talking about it right now. Just like go away, go watch a movie, come back and talk about it later. So then when you guys do talk about it, now you're able to receive, even if you don't agree. I'm able to receive what you're saying. I may not agree, but I understand. Yes? Listen. Yes, we're not always gonna see, we're not, Lanice, we're not. I want to make sure I got everybody questions. Because that was not what I came on here for. Never go to bed upset. Listen, Because listen, let me tell y'all what I do. I'm going to give y'all this little sneak peek. If he's mad and we're going to bed, I'll send him a text and be like, I still love you. Like, listen, before, Corey don't like makeup either, but I'm gonna wear and I am gonna wear my makeup, okay, and my lashes, and I'm gonna put my eyebrows on. Period. And there's no listen. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this, partner. But some days I won't wear makeup. Like today, I don't. I just have my lashes and my eyebrows on. But if if you guys are angry, say y'all that y'all love each other, and don't hold it against each other. Because we are all raised differently and everybody's views are differently. Look, I don't know what's up with these men. Listen, and I'm going to do it for me, because I like the way I look with my makeup and my eyelashes on. He may like the plain look. I don't, period. That's it. So, but work it out. Be the best wife you can be. Be the best mom you can be. Be the best friend that you can be. Work out your schedules. Make sure that you balance. Spend time with your man. Spend time with your children. And it's all good. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Listen, because you're going to wear them lashes. Listen, Darnisha, you're going to wear your lashes, okay? Period. But that's it. That's all I have for y'all today. Like I said, next week we will talk. Like I said, I've had people reach out to me and talk to me about balance. How to do it all, and how to work, and how to. Listen, you just dropped the bomb, Tiffany. You dropped the bomb. When my husband met me, I had weave in my head. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden he don't like weave. Right? No, sir. No, I could see if you met me and I had my natural hair out, but I didn't. I had a weave in my head, and now all of a sudden you don't like weave. But you liked it when you caught me. I'm trying to make that make sense, sir. Make that make sense. Okay? Okay, listen, the natural ones. Yeah, because listen, we can talk about the 3Ds, and then we can wear these little natural ones that I got on. So I wear these on it every day, and then I wear my extravaganzas on a date. Listen, thank you. We need to have them on the show because clearly they don't know, what they got when they got it. Like, sir, I had a weave when you met me. Okay. So I'm gonna wear my weave. I'm gonna wear it. So, but this is all part of agree to disagree, right? So he knows I'm gonna wear my weave. Every now and then y'all will catch me in a flat iron. I do that for him. Not necessarily saying that I like to wear flat irons, because I don't, because I dance. I literally teach dance every day. So me wearing a flat iron is not, it doesn't work for me because I sweat in my head. So, but every now and then I will do the flat iron to satisfy him. You understand me, ladies? You got me? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Okay? So sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you're making that compromise. Lord Jesus. I can't talk right now. Okay? I got the hotline. Okay? When he met me, I had no makeup. And you look good with no makeup on. You don't wear makeup, First Lady, so it works. it worked, right? So it's like whatever you guys have in, you know, whatever you guys have agreed to is what works for you and your marriage. Okay? So, like I said, work it out. I wear weave because I'm just bald headed. Yeah, right. Listen, that's me too. I'm bald headed too then. Okay? We just gonna wear these weaves and I'm gonna wear a wig. You know, whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever I want to wear. They coming for you, Tiff. Everybody's like, no ma'am. No ma'am. But again, you know, we're going to talk about balance. I just seen somebody put that on here. Ronnie's. Hey, Ronnie's. So we're going to talk about balance. Okay. We're going to talk about how to be modest and still feminine. I don't want to say sexy. But how to be modest and feminine at the same time to where... Go that way.
I want to take the jumps.
You want to play on the piano? When I get off. Wait till I get off of this.
Can I play it?
Yeah, close the door.
Okay.
Yes, okay. So we're going to talk about how to be married, modest, and feminine all wrapped up in one. You know, how to look like a whole snack while you're married, right? Because we still want him to, you know, be like, catch your, you know, you still want to catch his eye when he walking by, when you walking by, okay? Listen, how to always look fly. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk. So listen, y'all make sure y'all tune in, share this video. Like I said, I do have a group called the Wives Club. I am just like so nervous because I don't talk a lot, and I really want it to be something that is amazing, you know, for wives, so we can all come in there and we can chat. My thing is I don't want to start, you know, release something and then we get in there and we don't talk about real issues. Like I want it to be able to talk about, you know, real issues in marriage, real issues that happen to wives. I don't want to just put you guys in a group and then y'all don't say nothing and we don't talk. Like I want it to be like an open panel to where, you know, this is what happened. Y'all give me some advice because I need to keep my marriage. Like I want it to be with women that are like, I want to keep what I got. I really do. Like, you know, I don't want to be on divorce court. I don't want to have to do all of that. Like, tell me how to sustain my marriage. Listen, you got to, you know, listen, I'm telling y'all, listen, you want him to be like, you know, who is that? Is that my wife? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is I. No. Yes, you definitely. I'm mad at myself. I gained weight on him. I gained weight too. Oh, well, you know, you're going to lose and then you're going to gain it. You know, so, but yeah, so we're going to talk about that. Make sure y'all hit me with y'all questions. You can drop them on the feed, inbox me, and we're definitely going to talk. All right. So I appreciate y'all for coming to the life of a wife. I love you guys. I pray success on your marriages. I pray that God keeps your marriages. I pray that God sustains your marriages. I pray that God allows you to be okay with you. I pray that God allows you to walk in the confidence of you. I pray that you don't allow the voices and people's views from outside your marriage to dictate what goes on inside your marriage. I pray for your families. I pray for your husbands. I am praying for you, okay? So this is Sara Thomas with the Life of a Wife, and I will definitely see y'all next Saturday at 6. Bye-bye.